Fans were barely processing Yandi Smith's recent breakdown, in which she sobbed on live about Erica having slept with her husband. When Erica responded with an accusation that left viewers stunned. In an emotional voice note that surfaced just hours ago, Erica can be heard saying, "He gave me something. I didn't know what was happening." The internet is in complete meltdown after a shocking claim rocked the world of love and hip-hop. Within minutes, Yandi Smith went live from her bathroom, visibly shaking, screaming into the camera and calling Erica a lying snake. Emotions ran high as thousands of people watched the stream, watching Yandi flip out in real time. "You want to go there? Fine, we'll go there. You just crossed the line," she said, omitting to say what really went down. But the implication has triggered a frenzy online. Mama Scott is reportedly furious, and the castmates are taking sides. Fans are now wondering if Erica is telling the truth or if this retaliation has gone too far. The moment Erica's voice note leaked, everything changed. The clip was only a minute long, but it carried enough weight to tear apart whatever fragile peace existed between her and Yandi. Erica sounded exhausted, like she had held on in the voice note. "He gave me something that I didn't know what it was. But after that, I don't remember anything," she said in a trembling voice. Her words shook social media like a bomb, and within an hour, every gossip page reposted the video and fans were arguing in the comments, trying to piece together the timeline. Was this the same night that Yandi claimed Erica spent with men? And if so, what exactly happened behind closed doors? "Don't you dare twist the truth. Don't you ever lie about my husband like that," she yelled into her phone as she stood in front of the mirror, red mascara running down her cheeks. Liv went up immediately after the leak, and it was everything from quiet. Liv went viral in a matter of minutes when she yelled, her voice faltering in the midst. Over 50,000 people watched Yandi's collapse in real time as she held her chest as if she was having trouble breathing and accused, "This is my marriage. This is my children's father. You playing with this ain't no store linolin re. This is my real life," she said, her voice cracking as she sent the message through clenched teeth. Fans flooded the comments, some urging her to calm down, others supporting Yandi. And many were perplexed and shocked, some even starting to wonder if what she said was true. Meanwhile, Erica remained silent following the leak. Her team didn't issue a statement, and she didn't post anything. But just when things started in a now-deleted post, a close friend of Erica revealed even more shocking details. This statement only fueled the fire. The internet exploded with theories. Was Erica a victim? Was Mendeecees doing something? Or was this just revenge from a woman scorned? More cast members, the friend wrote. The friend claimed that Erica had told her about that night months ago, but was too afraid to say anything because she felt like no one would believe her. She said she felt like her body wasn't hers, began to speak out. One unnamed cast member recalled seeing Erica depart Mendeecees' hotel room at 3 a.m. Mona Scott, who had been unusually quiet during the chaos, finally broke her silence with a cryptic post that read, "Truth always finds the light." Fans took that as a hint that she wasn't herself, as she appeared dazed and was dressed in the same outfit she had on earlier that evening. The castmate claimed she didn't even say goodbye to anyone before leaving and didn't return to the shoot the following day. Rumors started circulating that the show's producers might know more than they're letting on. According to some sources, cameras were rolling during a cast after-party on the night in question. If the footage leaked, it could completely blow the situation apart. As Yandi's online popularity continued to decline, fans noticed that Mendeecees hadn't spoken, hadn't left a single comment, and that his Instagram went dark. His regular motivational posts and gym videos also disappeared. People began asking why Mendeecees wasn't defending himself. Behind the scenes, things were reportedly even messier. According to sources close to Yandi, she wasn't eating barely. sleeping, and had threatened to remove her children from the camera until the network cleared Mendeecees' name. One fan wrote, "If he's innocent, why is he so quiet?" Others countered that he might be keeping quiet on the advice of his legal team out of concern. That could turn into something bigger than a reality show scandal. The situation only got worse when a fan shared an old clip from a reunion special where MNBC did a joke about how sometimes women forget what really happened. The clip had gone mostly unnoticed back then, but now it has chilling implications. Fans dissected every word, pointing out how uncomfortable Erica looked during that same episode. She feels betrayed after several screaming matches with producers, accusing them of using her family for ratings. One insider shared that she thought the show would protect her family and not allow her husband to be portrayed as a monster. Late that night, Yandy's best friend posted a lengthy story defending her, saying Yandi gave Erica a chance when no one else would, and this is how she repays her. "Yeah, we are not staying quiet any longer." The post read, "Yandi gave Erica a chance when no one else would, and this is how she repays her. You have no idea what she's going through. Trying to keep her family together while a woman she once called a friend is out here lying on her husband." One unexpected voice, that of Samantha, Mendeecees' ex-wife and the mother of one of his children, entered the conversation amid all of this, saying, "I'm not saying Erica's lying, but I will say this. When I was with Mendeecees, there were nights that didn't feel right either. I never spoke on it because my son's relationship with his father." The loyalty in that post caused even more division, with some applauding Yandi for having friends who supported her, while others accused her of a cover-up attempt. It wasn't just Erica's word against Yandy's. It seemed like a pattern might be developing, and people started questioning everything they believed they knew about Mendeecees. As the night went on, the situation felt more like a slow-burning fire that no one could put out. Every hour brought a new revelation, a new post, or an old clip that was reframed in a more sinister light. Fans began comparing it to other high-profile scandals, and hashtags like #JusticeForEA and #ProtectYandy trended side by side. Even celebrities started to weigh in, with some abruptly endorsing Erica, while others displayed solidarity with Yandi throughout. The entertainment industry watched, waited, and speculated. But the most dramatic moment occurred when Yandi shared a picture of her wedding ring on a table with the remark, "I don't know who to believe anymore," after hours of silence following her explosive live performance. Fans were surprised. Was Yandi starting to doubt Mendeecees? Was the pressure too high? The comments came in with people begging her to stay strong, others advising her to go away, and a few questioning whether this was all a cleverly crafted tale. The new clip, which was taken from an unreleased confessional interview that Erica had filmed weeks before the scandal broke, was released just as fans were trying to process the emotional weight of that post. No one knew how it got out, but once it went viral online, it spread like wildfire. In the video, Erica sat on a velvet couch, her eyes glassy, her tone quieter than usual. "I'm not sure if I should be saying this, but I can't keep lying to myself about what happened that night changed me." She paused, struggling to gather herself, and men from DC's gave me a drink, saying it was something to help me relax. I trusted him, but everything else was a blur. Her voice was raw and her hands trembled as she spoke, leaving fans shaken. This wasn't the usual Erica who retaliated with fire and sass. Instead, she looked broken. The video ended before she could finish her story, but the damage had already been done. And those who had previously doubted her began to change their positions. Silence at the time only made matters worse. Fans noticed that Yandi had removed the photo of her wedding ring shortly after it was made public. They speculated that she might be hiding something, that she had seen the entire interview before it was leaked, or that she was finally realizing that there might be some truth to what Erica was saying. Blobs of speculation ran wild, turning the already chaotic situation into a full-fledged public circus. Some even suggested that Yandi and the producers had attempted to bury the footage until it was leaked by someone from within. Backstage, production on music was reportedly going haywire. Cast members were instructed not to talk to the media. And several insiders disclosed that Mendeecees had stopped attending scheduled filming days because they were afraid someone would confront them on camera. Additionally, show security was reportedly stepped up in case tensions erupted on set. One source called the atmosphere dangerous, evident that no one trusts anyone anymore. Erica broke her quiet by posting a mysterious image of a black screen with white lettering that said, "Gaslighting is when they convince you it never happened," while Yandi stayed largely off social media. As soon as fans saw it as a direct jab at Mendeecees, supportive comments erupted, with many praising her for her bravery and in an exclusive interview with the gossip blog, a former assistant to the man who had worked with him for more than a year revealed her own story. She claimed to have witnessed him give an unmarked pill to a woman at a party. He told her it was just something to help her relax, but she then started acting strange, as if she wasn't. Others still questioned her timing, wondering why she waited so long to tell her story. But one thing was clear: people were paying attention now more than ever. The assistant paused before responding. I wouldn't be surprised when asked if she believed it might have been the same thing Erica had described. Fans no longer questioned whether Erica was telling the truth after this revelation. How many other women might be involved? Hashtags like #Accuses Mendeecees and #LEVErica began trending. And even celebrities who had previously collaborated with him started unfollowing him on social media in silence. The pressure was mounting, and everyone was waiting to see what would happen. How would Yandi react? Would she keep defending her husband, or would she finally start questioning herself? Behind-the-scenes sources claimed Yandi was in disarray. One source said she hadn't spoken to Mendeecees in more than a week and was staying at a friend's house with the kids. She was heartbroken, embarrassed, and unsure of whom to trust. The source said her marriage, her brand, and her image were all on the line right now, and what she said or did, someone would be furious. Another insider disclosed that Yandi had hired a private investigator to investigate Mendeecees' past. Mendeecees eventually broke his silence, particularly around the time he reconnected with Erica. However, this was not how people had anticipated. Rather than going live or sharing a video, he posted a solitary black and white picture of himself, in prayer, captioned, "God knows the truth." The comments were split right away. Some fans thought it was a desperate attempt to play victim, while others thought it was a tactful way to refute the accusations without explicitly saying so. Addressing them only made matters worse. Then, late one night, a podcast episode featuring a former show producer was released. The episode had been recorded weeks prior to the scandal, but the producer hinted at some dark secrets involving the cast. He said things that would ruin lives if they ever got out, but he didn't name names. Fans made the connection and assumed he was referring to Mendeecees Erica. Depending on your stance, the timing of the release couldn't have been worse or better. I don't know what to say anymore. She paused to wipe away a tear. I need to protect my kids, and if that means stepping away from someone I love, then maybe that's what I need to do. She started her voice softly. I love my husband. I want to believe he could never do something like this, but the things I'm hearing from the people stepping forward are too much. I can't ignore it. She went live again under intense public pressure. This time, she looked exhausted and defeated, with no makeup or glitz. As if on cue, just moments after Yandi ended her live, a new message appeared on Erica's story. It wasn't a video. It wasn't a voice note. It was just a single sentence written in white text on a red background stating, I'm not the one who screamed into the camera defending my marriage. Fans flooded the live with messages of support, saying, we got you, Yandi. Stay strong, queen. You deserve the truth. However, the most frequently asked question was, What happens now? Repeatedly. Only one fan was taken aback. Was she hinting that there were other women? Was this her way of saying that more revelations were imminent? The tension was intense, and once more everyone's attention was on Mendeecees. The silence around him grew louder, and just when it seemed like things couldn't get any more chaotic, someone unexpected joined the scene. This person was Samantha Wallace, Mendeecees' ex-wife and the mother of one of his sons, who had remained quiet for years and had nothing to do with the latest crisis. But when Erica shared that mysterious message, she said, "I'm not the only one." Within hours after going live on her website, Samantha made it obvious that it was time to speak out. Although her tone was composed, her comments sounded like Renee's. "I wasn't going to say anything." Her look was inscrutable at first, but some of you kept asking me if I knew. There's a reason I fought so hard to keep my son away from certain people, and there's a reason I distanced myself. I saw how he moved, and the manipulation. It wasn't always physical. Sometimes it was emotional or psychological, and sometimes it was substances. The chat exploded with people demanding more details, but Samantha refused to give specific examples. Her admission was more than enough to send the internet into a complete meltdown. "If I knew what Mendeecees was really like, I would have known." She took a long breath, and to be honest, I knew she tightened her voice. As the web of suspicion tightened and fans started connecting stories, timelines, and incidents that had previously been dismissed, Erica's accusations were indirectly supported by someone else who had lived with Mendeecees, co-parented with him, and witnessed him in his private life. Although Yandi hadn't publicly responded to Samantha's live, sources claimed that she was devastated behind the scenes. One of her friends allegedly told a gossip outlet that she was beginning to believe she never really knew him and felt betrayed, as if her entire marriage had been based on a lie. Producers from the show were reportedly scrambling several scenes. At the same time, Erica continued to fuel the fires with another shocking post. This time, she uploaded a photo of a journal entry from 2021. It was blurred for privacy, but the words "he slipped me something" were clearly visible. The captions simply read "proof." The upcoming season had to be re-edited, while others were pulled entirely. The show's future was now uncertain, with rumors circulating that sponsors were threatening to back out. While, however, she remained completely silent, with no new posts, statements, or even a story. Insiders claimed that he had deactivated his main phone and was using a burner, and one person said that he was laying low in Atlanta, staying with an old friend and refusing to take any calls from the press. Skeptics still questioned her motivations, but her supporters treated it like gospel. The comment section was full of messages like "We believe you" and "Thank you for being brave enough to speak out." Producers claimed that he even stopped speaking to Yandi, telling common acquaintances, "I need to clear my head, so it's best if we don't talk right now." However, things only got worse when a video from years ago that showed Mendeecees participating in a panel discussion reappeared. In the clip, he made a joke about how some women need to be humbled and that a little drink can change everything. Although it was obviously said in jest, fans stopped laughing, and the video quickly went viral on social media. Celebrities, activists, and bloggers alike reposted it with the comment, "Believe women," referring to it as a confession concealed in plain sight. Look, you guys don't know what she's going through right now? Yandi is strong but is breaking her. Seen her cry? I've seen her ask questions. Camilla, Yandi's best friend, decided to intervene amid mayhem and went live to support Yandi. Everything, but don't treat her as though she's a victim as well as a part of this disaster. The producers of the show finally broke their silence with a vague statement that said, "We are aware of recent developments involving members of our cast. We take all allegations seriously and are conducting a thorough internal review." However, her defense did little to calm the storm, and fans felt Yandi needed to take a stronger stance and stop sitting on the fence. The statement did not name any individuals, and fans were incensed. As the drama intensified, other reality Stars began to weigh in on Cardi's tweet. "These guys are smiling in your face and doing asterisk in closed doors, ladies. Don't ignore red flags." Others called for a reunion special that was solely focused on the accusations and demanded accountability and genuine answers. Cardi also threatened to boycott the network unless Mendeecees were taken off the show. Even so, she didn't specifically mention Mendeecees' name, but everyone knew what she was talking about. A number of other influencers and former cast members also expressed similar feelings, suggesting that the industry had abandoned him overnight. Then, in a shocking turn of events, an anonymous woman contacted a prominent gossip blog, claiming to have had a similar experience with Mendeecees in 2019. Although she wished to remain anonymous, she included screenshots of old Dem's blurry photos of them together, as well as a spooky voice message in which someone sounded like Mendeecees. Even though nothing was verified, it fueled the flames even more. And now fans weren't wondering if there was a problem. Instead, they were wondering how serious it was. According to sources, Yandy was reportedly getting ready for a legal separation and had discussed with a lawyer the idea of filing documents not for a divorce just yet, but to protect her assets and the children. "She's being smart about it," one insider said. In a live Q&A session with fans, Erica hinted at a candid interview and possibly even a book deal, saying, "Y'all don't know half of what I've been through. If I told you everything, it would blow your mind." She didn't provide specific dates, names, or events, but the promise of more revelations kept fans glued to their screens. And just when everyone thought it had peaked, a new voice emerged. Erica isn't in a rush to make statements, but she is taking action in case this turns ugly for four fans who once embraced Yandy for her strength. The story's new voice, which shocked everyone, came from an unexpected place: Men's own mother, Judy Harris. For weeks, she had maintained a low profile, refusing interviews, ignoring media calls, and avoiding social media. However, after the accusations continued to mount and the internet descended into a hysteria of criticism, she finally broke her silence in a video that was uploaded to her private account and swiftly leaked by a family insider. Judy was sitting in her kitchen without makeup, looking worn out and clearly shaken. She replied in a shaky voice, "I raised my son with love and respect. I don't know who this man is that they're talking about, but if my son has harmed women, I need to know the truth too." Within minutes of the video going viral, viewers were divided. While some expressed sympathy for Judy's suffering, claiming that no mother could have prepared for such a situation, others condemned her for enabling and making demands. She accepted greater responsibility, but no one could dispute the impact of her words, which changed the tone. This was not just a media circus. It was a broken family dealing with unspeakable grief and shame. According to sources close to her, she had seen the Judy video and sobbed, revealing that she was torn. One insider said, on the one hand, she wants to believe her husband, but on the other hand, she can't ignore the weight of what's being said. It's a family they established, but she opposes living a lie. Erica, meanwhile, wasn't slowing down. Just hours after Judy's video surfaced, Erica posted another explosive Instagram story. This time, it was a short clip from what appeared to be a surveillance camera. The footage wasn't crystal clear, but it showed two figures, one appearing to be men's, outside a lounge in New York. The timestamp matched the night Erica claimed something life-changing happened. Over the video, she wrote, "This was the night, remember this?" and tagged Mendeecees directly. The internet practically combusted. Thousands of fans started dissecting the footage, comparing the clothes, pantsing the image, even hiring amateurs to analyze body language. Within hours, someone managed to match Mindy's outfit from the clip to a photo he had posted years ago. On the same night, that one clue was enough to convince many doubters that Erica had been telling the truth all along. Media outlets picked it up instantly. Headlines read, "Shocking proof emerges. Mendeecees Erica. Together the night." She says she was drugged, and Yandy's world falls apart as new footage matches Erica's timeline. As the scandal grew, it attracted attention from outside the hip-hop and love circles, and national media outlets started covering it. Women's advocacy groups also started calling for an investigation, and fans bombarded Yandy's page, urging her to say anything. Hashtags like #StandWithTheYandi and #finally, broke in an emotionally raw last session. She appeared without glam, her voice cracked, and her eyes were swollen. "I didn't ask for this," she started softly. "I didn't ask to be dragged through the dirt. I didn't ask to have my marriage turned into a battlefield. But I'm standing here today because I owe it to myself, my kids, and every woman who watched to say this. I don't know what to believe anymore, but I know what I feel, and right now I feel broken." Fans were devastated. Many of them sobbed with her, and others used her words to emphasize how important it is to listen to women when they speak out. Yandy's lid ended with her saying, "I'm taking time away. I need to process, but I promise you I'm not staying silent anymore." Mendeecees, who hadn't made one statement, finally broke under pressure, according to someone close to him. He reportedly admitted to crossing boundaries but denied ever drugging anyone during a private meeting with Mona Scott, the executive producer of Love and Hip Hop. Mona reportedly told him that she needed to distance the brand from the controversy and that he would not be featured in the upcoming episodes. He was suspended indefinitely. The news hit the cast like an earthquake, with some privately cheering that they no longer felt safe around him, and others being more wary, wondering if the network was taking advantage of him. "Yandy, I never wanted to hurt you. I never wanted any of this to come between us, but the truth had to come out. You were my friend. You were supposed to protect women like me, not defend him. I hope one day we can sit down woman to woman. No cameras, no lies, just truth." Erica used Yandi as a scapegoat. But it was obvious that Love and Hip Hop would never be the same again, and that the tension between the two was just beginning. Fans speculated about whether the two women would actually meet after that post sent shockwaves through social media. Some hoped for reconciliation, while others said it was too late. However, one thing was certain: the narrative had completely changed. Erica was no longer just a loud reality star. Instead, she was now seen as a voice for victims and a woman demanding accountability. Meanwhile, other women began coming forward, but there was no solid confirmation, just hazy rumors on Anonymous. As all of this was happening, production crews began to look into blogs, Twitter threads, and screenshots of half-deleted comments, and the atmosphere was unsettling. People began to wonder how many secrets Mendeecees had buried over the years and how many people knew what remained silent. In a heartfelt message, Yandy's mother even entered the conversation to defend her daughter, saying, "My daughter is strong, but she's also human. She trusted someone who may not have deserved it. Don't judge her for being loyal. Judge the man who made her question her reality. This isn't just about drama anymore. It's about real consequences. Real pain, real lives," a producer stated. "This isn't just about drama anymore. It's if things couldn't get any more intense." Erica's attorney revealed that they were considering filing civil charges against Mendeecees for emotional trauma, coercion, and psychological abuse. The new direction would focus on healing, accountability, and the fallout of broken trust. The internet went crazy because if went to court, everything would be made public. Every text, message, and recording, and if Erica won, BC's career could be destroyed forever. Stage was now set for a confrontation that no one saw coming, from being laughed at and dismissed to spearheading a wave of voices calling for justice. Yandi was no longer just a faithful wife. She was a woman divided between truth and love, and Mendeecees was not just a reality star. He was at the center of a scandal that could alter everything. The social media streets remained ablaze as the civil lawsuits spread like wildfire. Erica was not only sharing her story, She was fighting for justice for all women who had ever felt silenced. Fans showered her page with supportive messages, memes became movements, and the tide completely turned in her favor. Meanwhile, Mendeecees was nowhere to be seen. Some said he had left the city, while others said he was hiding out at a friend's house in Atlanta. Some insiders even suggested that his team released a brief, ambiguous statement denying all accusations and asserting that Erica was clout chasing, but the damage was already done. After her emotional live, Yandi stayed silent, withdrawing from the spotlight and canceling her appearances. Close friends said she was broken and felt betrayed by everyone around her. And her usual confidence had cracked under the weight of betrayal and uncertainty, making her unsure of whom to trust. He may be thinking about leaving the country for a while to avoid the pressure. No amount of out-of-stage fights or relationship drama could compete with the raw, real emotions now gripping the public. This wasn't just entertainment anymore. It was scandal, heartbreak, and truth colliding in the ugliest way. One friend confided, "It's like her whole life just fell apart in public." Behind the scenes, the producers of Love and Hip Hop frantically tried to control the narrative, reaching out to other cast members in the hopes of shifting focus and finding new stories to salvage what was left of their season. In a voice message posted anonymously on a fan blog, a new woman revealed that she had experienced a similar situation with MNBC back in 2015. She said she remained silent because she was young and afraid that no one would believe her. But after hearing Erica speak out, she felt empowered. To the blog post concluded with the words, "More voices are coming, breaking her stillness. It's not over yet." And suddenly, the tale that started with a startling assertion had transformed into an unrelenting storm that destroyed two men's reputations. Women shattered an entire reality TV industry and split a fan base for all time. Now that it's your moment to speak, do you think Erica is telling the truth? Are men at fault? Or is this just another over-the-top reality tease tactic? What would you do if Yandi had to choose between sticking by her man and leaving for good? If your partner was charged with something this serious, please share your opinions in the comments section below. If you were as surprised as we were, don't forget to subscribe for more breaking news and like this video. Updates on behind the scenes, facts and exclusive stories from the reality TV industry, because if you think we assure you that this is just the beginning,